Okay, good morning, students. Today in MBA fourth semester, in strategic management, we are going to deal the topic that is known as what? Functional plans and policies. Okay, if we talk about in this, we are going to read about in this, we are going to learn that what does the plans and policies related to the functional activities are. Okay, in this, if we first let's talk about the plans. Okay, if we talk about the plans, then plans are what? Plans are made to select a course of action. Okay, any kind of course of actions from various alternatives of actions, we are going to select one of the best course of action, that is known as what? Plan. If we talk about the policies, then policies are what? Policies are required to act as guidelines to actions. It means that whatever the plans which we are going to make, whatever the actions which we have made, how we are going to do that, what are those guidelines which we have to follow, on the basis of which we are going to deal with those plans, that is known as what? Policies. Okay, so in this we are going to deal about both functional policies as well as the functional plans, that what are those actions, functional actions which we are going to take in the organization with regard to the policies, that what are those guidelines which the organization should have to follow. Okay, so now let us talk about need for functional plans and policies. Why there is a need for functional plans and policies? Number one, the strategic decisions are implemented by all the parts of an organization. Exactly, if we talk about the strategic decisions, then the strategic decisions are being taken by all the parts, by all the departments, by all the levels of the organization. So that's why plans and policies, functional plans and policies are being required. Very first, the next one, there is a basis available for controlling activities in the different functional areas of business. Exactly, it just make a base on the basis of which we are going to control the different activities on different functional areas. Okay, third one is what? Situations occurring in different functional areas are handled in a consistent manner by the functional managers. Exactly, at different situations have been prevails in different functional departments. So how we are going to tackle with those situations on different departments? Okay, and fourth one is what? Coordination across the different functions takes place where necessary. It means that we have to coordinate. It means that all the functional departments which are functioning in the organization, that should be coordinative, that should coordinate with each other in the organization, so that the activities of the organization, so that the objectives and goals of the organization would be achieved. That is known as what? The coordination among all the different functional departments. Okay, so now let us talk about the functional departments and policies, and these are what? The needs and requirements. So very first we are going to start the financial plans and policies, that what are those financial plans and policies which is being implemented by the organization. Okay, so let us start the very first functional department, or the very one of the functional department of an organization, functional part of an organization, and its plans and policies. So let us start with financial plans and policies. If we talk about the financial plans and policies, then here the very first is related to the sources of fund, that from where we are going to get the sources of fund. Is it related? It is sources of funds means what? From where we are going to get the funds. Funds are very much necessary for the organization. Without the funds, without the money, no organization is going to move a single step. So it should be very much necessary at the very initial stage, at the very initial part, that an organization should have to work for the sources, for the incoming of the funds. From where, what are the sources of the funds? Number one, what? Capital structure. It means that what kind of capital structure they are going to form, that generates your sources of fund. The other one is what? Procurement of capital and working capital borrowings, from where we are going to procure the capital, where we are going to get the capitals, as well as where we are going to get the working capitals. Means from where day-to-day activities which we are going to do in the organization, from where we are going to get those working capital borrowings. Okay, third one is what? Reserves and surplus as source of funds. It means that the sources of funds which we are going to get in the form of reserves, the extra, okay, as well as the surplus, that is also a source of fund. Okay, the fourth one is what? Relationship with lenders, banks and financial institutions. From there also we are going to get the sources of funds. The next one is what? Usage of funds. The first one is what? The first one, as we have did sources of funds. The next plans and policies related to financial activities is what? Usage of funds. From where we are going to use the funds. Okay, it is related with investments. Okay, that where we are going to invest the money, like capital investment, fixed asset acquisition, current assets, loans and advances, dividend decisions, relationship with shareholders. Okay, these are the different kinds of activities where we are going to use the investment parts. Okay, usage of funds is a very important issue, and since it relates to the efficiency and effectiveness of resource utilization in the process of strategy implementation. Okay, and the third one is what? Management of funds, where we are going to manage, how we are going to manage these funds. So it is related with system of finance, that what kind of system of finance we are having. Other one is what? Accounting and budgeting, that what kind of accounting systems and budgeting systems we are having. Third one is what? Management control system, how we are going to control the entire system and what kind of management we are going to implement on that. Okay, and next in this management of funds is what? Cash, credit and risk management, that where we are going to deal these cash, credit and risk management, as well as cost control and reduction. And last one is what? Tax planning and advantages, that what kind of tax plannings and what kind of advantages which we are going to bear from these are what? The financial plans and policies. Okay, the next very important functional department, that is marketing. And now we are going to deal with the marketing plans and policies. Now let us talk in this marketing plans and policies. There are basically 4 P's. Okay, product, price, place and promotion. That is known as what? The marketing mix. That is the entire marketing plans and policies, where we are going to deal with those product, price, place and promotion, 4 P's. Okay, the other 4 P related to the service part, that is physical evidence, process, phase, pace. Okay, these are what? These are the different kinds of services related to the P, where the services part would be considered. In the very first part, as we have read earlier also, product means what kind of product which we are going to deal with, determination of product, size, color, shape, each and everything. Price, what kind of price we are going to determine. Place, where we are going to market, how we are going to market, how the products would be available at each and every corner of the nation. Okay, fourth one is what? Promotion, what kind of promotional activities we are going to generate, like advertisement, sales promotion, publicity and etc, on the basis of which we are going to deal with that. All these marketing plans and policies would be considered related to the very basic 4 P's. Okay, the other 4 P related to the service part, that is what? Starting with what? Number 1, people means what? The internal people which we are having. It means that our internal people would be very much efficient, would be very much dynamic, would be very much magnetic, so that they can convince, they can just move in the market related to the products. Okay, the next service part is related to what? Pace means speed at which the work is being considered. It means that we are going to provide utmost service at the specified time period. It means that within 24 hours the service would be provided to the customers. Then we should be competent enough that at whatever the situation prevails at those situations, if we have given a time of 24 hours or say 48 hours, then within that time period we have to provide the service. That is related to the pace. The third one is what? Process. It means that everything should be in the basis of a system, that phase wise, that steps would be counted, so that there should not be any kind of mismatch, there should not be any kind of anomalies or any kind of disruption which created while dealing that particular part. And the last one is what? Physical evidence. In this physical evidence part, we are going to look upon what? That how we are going to show what kind of activities, on the basis of what kind of activities which we are going to show to the customers. That is related to what? That is related to physical evidence. Okay. Now, if we talk about this is what related to the marketing part. Okay. Now the third one is what? Personnel plans and policies. Here personnel plans and policies are related with the staffs, the employees, the personnel, personnel, personnel who are working in the organizations. That is their plans and policies, means human resource plans and policies. In this the very first part is related to what? Personal system. In this personal system there are few activities. Okay, that is what? Manpower planning. In this personal system we are going to deal how many number of manpowers is being required. We have to plan that. Selection, development of the manpower, compensation of the manpower, communication of the manpower, and appraisal of the manpower. All these 5 activities would be considered related to the personnel system. The other one is what? Organizational and employee characteristics. This is also a very important feature or plans as well as policies of personnel, that is organizational and employee characteristics. Okay, in this what we are going to consider? We are going to consider corporate image. We are going to consider quality of managers, staff and workers. We are going to make plans and policies on what? Perceptions about and image of the organization as an employer. Okay, and availability of development opportunities for employees and working conditions. Okay, so these are what? These are the different kinds of plans and policies which is being related with the organizational and employee characteristics, that how these are being planned and policies are being made to tackle these things. And the third very important part in the personal plans and policies which is being implemented, that is industrial relations. Okay, in this industrial relation we are going to develop what? Union management relationship. The other one is what? Collective bargaining. The other one is what? Safety, welfare and security, and employee satisfaction and morale, that how we are going to give the satisfaction to the employee and what kind of morale which we are going to boost in the employees. Okay, so students, these are what? These are the different functional activities important. These are the main important functional activities which is being found in any of the organizations, and they are the base root functional activities. And these are what? These are the plans and policies which should be considered by any of the organizations related to the functional departments. Okay, marketing, finance and personnel, that is HR. Okay, so okay, thank you to all of you.